Hi everyone and welcome back to our very first geography class. I am so excited to be here with you today and to be continuing our journey of learning what is geography and how can we understand the world around us. So today's class is going to begin with a short recap of something that we have already studied in the previous year. This is a picture of the earth. If you look at this picture, you will see that there is a line that is cutting the earth into two parts. This line that is cutting the earth into two parts is called the equator. This equator is a line that divides the earth into the north part and the south part. Right now, you may take a minute to copy down just this definition. You can pause the video and write this in your notebook. You do not have to copy the picture. Okay, let's move on. So we have discussed that the equator is a line dividing the earth into the north part and the south part. The part of the earth that is north of the equator, this part, is called the northern hemisphere. And the part of the earth that is to the south of the equator is called the southern hemisphere. So these are the two hemispheres on the earth, and these two hemispheres are divided by this line called the equator. Let's take another minute or two to copy down what are the hemispheres. Once again, you do not have to copy the picture. You can pause this video and copy it down. Okay, great. Let's move on to our final piece. Let's recap what we have studied so far. The line that is separating the earth into the north and south parts is called the equator. This part that is north of the equator is called northern hemisphere, and the part of the earth that is south of the equator is called southern hemisphere. Now, when we are looking at just the northern hemisphere, the north pole is the northernmost point of the earth. Means the part of the earth that is most on the north or most up is called the north pole, and it is this point. The southernmost point of the earth. The southernmost point of the earth is called the South Pole. The northernmost point of the earth, the North Pole, is located in the northern hemisphere, and the southernmost point of the earth, the South Pole, is located right down in the southernmost point of the southern hemisphere. Once again, you can pause this video and copy down the definition of poles. You do not need to copy down this picture. Okay, now coming to task 1. You are going to draw and label the globe, and you are going to do this independently. So, listen to instructions carefully. Step 1. Open your notebook and copy down this image of the globe in your notebooks. All you have to draw is a circle and a straight line in the middle. After you have finished step 1, step 2 is going to be drawing all these arrows and boxes exactly how Didi has drawn them on this diagram. Exactly how Didi has drawn them on this diagram, you will draw the arrows and the boxes. This is step number 2. And finally, step number 3. You are going to label the globe. Label means you have drawn 5 boxes in your notebook. You will look at where the arrow is pointing and you will identify what part of the globe is it pointing to. And after you identify that, you are going to write it down in this box. So, once you have looked at this line and you know what this line is called, you are going to write it down in this box. So, these are the 3 steps. First, you will draw the globe. Second, you will draw the arrows and boxes. And third, you will identify and label the part of the globe that the arrow is pointing to.